Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how I did this super beautiful full set, start to finish, pink French tips, glitter, super cute, and I know you guys are going to love it. Just a heads up, I am going to be talking a lot in this video because I want to give you guys as much info as possible and really explain what I'm doing step to step. So let's get into it. Okay, you guys, so we're going to start off by pushing back the cuticles. This is an actual client that I had, so she's actually a family friend. So I'm going to be pushing her cuticles back with my cuticle pusher. This is the orange wood stick kind. You could use a metal one. This was actually a house call, so I didn't want to like have to bring all the metal tools and everything, so I just brought these because they can be discarded right after. Now I'm going to be cutting her nails down just a tiny bit with this nail cutter that I have, and I'm only doing it a little bit. I don't like to do it too much. I just get super nervous. So this is what I'm going to be doing, and then we're going to remove the shine off of the nails right after this. Okay, you guys, so what I'm going to be doing next is I'm taking my fine grit sanding band. I like to use these white zebra sanding bands. I do not like using the brown ones. I just feel like they're more rough for some reason, and I feel like these ones are super soft. And then I'm going to be doing this on every nail at a super low speed, really nice and soft, just getting off the shine of the natural nail and then going in by the cuticle. Don't be scared to go really close to the cuticle because that will prevent lifting. Um, at this point, this video was filmed about 3 weeks ago. I just haven't had a chance to upload it, and I really wanted to get it up for you guys, but her nails are still on and it's been 3 weeks. So trust me, with all the tips I give you, I really love everything that I use, and I'm going to be linking every single thing that I use down below. But yeah, I love these sanding bands. I get them from my local nail supply, but my local nail supply does have a online like website, so you can purchase them from there. And then I'm going in with this super tiny ball bit that I got from Amazon, and I'll link this as well. And I go in around the cuticles to get any extra dead skin that could be hiding there, because this will be the best thing to prevent your lifting. It's going to help you so much because there's a lot of skin that you can't really reach with the other the sanding band. So this will just help you a lot more. So once that's finished, you can go ahead and grab a manicure brush or whatever you use to take the dust off. Make sure you get all the dust off the nails before you put your tips on. And I'm going to be using my Zulay's Nail Shop extra long C-curve nail tips. I'll link these down below as well. And I'm going to be using KDS nail glue. I like using either KDS nail glue or the iGel Beauty Extreme Adhesive nail glue. I use both just because with the iGel Beauty sale, their nail glue is super cheap and you can get a whole bunch of them. So that's why I like that one too. I like to flatten these nail tips out with my finger personally, just so that they aren't too C-curved. And I basically just grab them and like flatten them with my fingers. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I do. So I'm making sure to just put them on. And I think I don't really remember exactly, but I don't think we cut too much off the nail. I think she keeps them pretty long. So what I'm going to be doing is just placing every single tip on there. Okay, you guys, so once the tips are on, she already told me what length she wanted, and we're just going to be cutting a little bit past the number, almost like I would say a quarter of the nail tip off. these nail tips are pretty long, so that's why a lot of people can't, you know, handle it. So I do cut them down, but I love the way that these are already shaped. That's why I like using these. So I'm right here, I'm just making sure that they're all the same length, cutting some down if I have to. And then what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking my little scissors. I have these little scissors that are called like stork scissors, I think I got them on Amazon, and I'm going to be taking those and cutting some of the sides of the C curve off, just because I don't like them to be so C curved. Sometimes it's just hard to work with, and she wanted more of a tapered square rather than a full square, and these nail tips are pretty much a full square, I would say. So I do just cut a tiny bit off the sides, and then I'm going to go in and shape the rest. But I did want to say that I don't try to shape the nail tips too much, just because that could save you a lot of time, especially if you already take forever. When I first put all these video clips in, the nails in general, without speeding it up, took me around 2 hours and 30 minutes to do. So don't be shy or like scared of how long you take. I see nail techs that are literally pros. Their work is like stunning, like literally my dream goals of like what I want my nails to look like eventually when I work. And their nails are so beautiful, and they always say like on their stories and stuff that they take like 2 to 3 hours a set. So even the pros take a long time. Don't feel shy or scared or embarrassed about how long you take, because I was like that in the beginning and I regret it now. I don't even care. So yeah, if anyone wants to complain about how long you take, then they can go book with someone else, right? So anyways, I really love how these turned out, and I love how patient she was with me and how she really just let me do my thing. She wasn't rushing me, and I think that's why the nails came out as flawless and so beautiful as they did, because when I rush, I noticed that the nails will come out like whatever, you know what I mean? I think you guys can probably relate. So right here I'm just taking my 100, I think this is a 100 180 grit nail file, but I had said in a previous video that I recommend you use 100 100 if you're able to, just because depending on the brand, 100 180 can be kind of dull, and sometimes you'll need to use another nail file. I think for her set I had to open up 2 nail files because I couldn't just use one. So yeah, that's like how fast it dulled down. And I'm just taking it and shaping it just a very tiny bit. I'm not going to be doing too much because it'll save you a little bit of time. Okay, you guys, so once that's finished, I'm going to go ahead with my sanding band once more, and I'm going to be going over the whole entire nail. This is absolutely not necessary. You don't have to like buff the nail like this or whatever with the drill, but this is just what I do out of habit. I love the way it looks. And if you like getting pictures of your shape, and if you do take your time shaping your tips, it'll be a really nice way to take pictures, because when the tips are clear, it's kind of hard to see your actual shape, if that makes sense. And when they're kind of like buffed, it looks so much more crisp, if that makes any sense. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but I am doing that. And then I'm also going to be blending in the nail tip with the natural nail as much as I possibly can, smoothing it out just so that there isn't a ridge when you go in to apply your acrylic. So next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking my manicure brush. I always talk about how much I love these. They're really amazing, and I'm going to be taking some alcohol on it, and I'm going to be really going in there and cleaning the nails before I put my primer on, because you do not want any dust on the nail at all, and you don't want any dust getting stuck on your primer brush as well, because that can contaminate your whole entire bottle. So I'm going to be going in with my primer. This is the primer I rave about. I had someone, I don't remember who, but tell me that they purchased this primer because of my recommendation and that their nails like haven't lifted, and it is literally the best primer. If you already prep your nails correctly, get this primer. It's going to be linked down below. It's from Tulip Nail Supply, which is my local nail supply, but they sell it on their website. And if you guys go on their website, you're probably going to see things that you love because their website is so good. I always buy so many things from them. But this primer really is the best primer ever. I've tried Young Nails. I've used Mia Secret and I would get lifting with them. So I don't know if that's just me or what it is. Another thing is now I'm going to get started on my acrylic application. So something I did want to tell you guys, in this video I used the Young Nails acrylic like monomer, the Young Nails monomer. So that's what I used. I got it in the mystery box back in November and I've never used it, so I brought it with me and this is what I used. But my all-time fave monomer ever is the JC Beauty Concepts monomer. I get that question a lot and that monomer will always be my favorite. I always buy them in the 32 ounces. I carry them by the bottle because they're just the best. I'll be linking that one and the Young Nails one down below just in case you guys want to use them. First thing I do on every single nail is I go in with a thin layer of Mia Secret Clear. I do this no matter what set I'm doing. I always do it. Part of it is out of habit, but I honestly, part of me believes that this helps with adhesion, especially if you're going to be using a cover color or a colored acrylic or anything. Always go in with a layer of clear. Also, and just in case your customer wants a fill, you can come back, file down to that layer, and you'll get the color off once you get to that base layer of clear, if that makes sense, instead of you having to file off every single color and then there being like pieces of color stuck to the natural nail. If that makes any sense. I'm not sure if that makes sense. Sorry, I feel like sometimes I just talk too much. But anyways, now I'm going in with my Valentino number 6 from the Victoria's collection. This is my favorite nude. I talked about this in my all-time like favorites video, my nail tech favorites. Every single product that I love is in that video if you want to go check that out, and I recommend everything that I talk about in that video. But what I'm doing is I'm going in with my Pana number 10, I believe. This is either a number 8 or a number 10 Pana Kolinsky brush from Amazon, and it's my favorite brush ever. I repurchased it like 5 times already. I also love Nail Supply Glamour brushes. Their brushes are really good as well. And as you can see, when I go in to apply the acrylic, I put it on by the cuticle a little bit further down and I slowly push it up so that it doesn't flood the cuticle area. Sometimes your acrylic might flood because it could be cold in your room and things like that, so that could be a reason why your acrylic's really runny. But make sure you're picking up beads that are not too dry and not too runny, that they're in the middle. Another thing I wanted to say, her nails are going to be a little more on the thick side, especially while I'm doing my application, because I've done her nails before and she broke them really easily, and I did them like a medium thickness that time. So I asked her if she wanted them a little thicker this time, and she said yes, please. So she does like her nails a little thicker because she's rougher on her hands, which is totally fine. They turned out so freaking cute regardless. And yeah, so what I'm doing is I'm applying the acrylic, and then after the acrylic, I'm going to go in and cap it with Mia Secret Clear. I'm basically putting on the Valentino Nude, like the number 6 color, as the main color, and then to actually build the nail up, like make it super thick, I'm using Mia Secret Clear. So you don't need to use up all of your Valentino just to get the nail to be the thickness that you want. Put on enough of it so that it's not sheer, and then go in and build the nail with a clear on top so that you don't worry about filing off any of the color when you're gonna go in and file and stuff like that. Also, so you don't waste too much of your expensive like Valentino color if you use that color, or if you use any other like Young Nails cover or like whatever you use. Most of the time cover colors are super expensive, so this is just what I do, and I'm going to be doing this on every nail, placing it, kind of dragging it. I don't really know how I apply it, but I know there's people that do like 1 bead method, 2 bead method. I literally don't do that. I believe in use as many beads as you think you'll need, especially because it depends on like the brush you're using, the length of the nails. These nails were pretty long, so I did have to go in with multiple beads just to get what I wanted. And acrylic will always have my heart. It's like the most amazing thing to work with, in my opinion. It's really hard when you're a beginner, but once you keep getting better and better, you're just going to end up loving it more and more. So I really love it, and I start off like placing my main bead in the middle of the nail, like where the tip and the nail meet, and then dragging down, and then like, you know, letting it flow. Another tip, if you're a beginner, always hold your nail down like I'm holding hers. You see how I'm holding it down here? Because it'll flow downwards instead of flowing upwards into your cuticle area. You don't want it to do that, because then you're going to have you're going to have acrylic all over the cuticle, and it's going to be really hard to remove, and that can also cause lifting. So I really love doing this method. It just helps me so much. Like I said, her nails are on 3 weeks strong, and I'm going to be doing a fill for her, so hopefully I'll be able to film that for you guys as well. And I'm going to show you guys how I do a fill and everything like that, because I've never filmed a video like that before. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and build it up with my new Secret Clear. And I'm gonna go ahead and speed this part up and just let you guys watch, and then we're gonna get to the design. Okay, you guys, so I was so freaking sad because while I was filming this like whole set, I didn't realize and my phone had died before I had a chance to notice, and it missed the whole entire part of me filing and everything like that. So I'm going to tell you guys what I used to file this set, but I am unfortunately not able to show you. But I do have two other full sets that I did the same day, and I did film those for you guys, and I don't think my phone died during those. So I am going to be uploading those as well. But my filing technique isn't that special, but I know that you guys probably want to see it. So what I do is I use the same nail file that I used earlier, the 100, 180. But like I said, use 100, 100. And make sure that you're holding the nail super, make sure you're holding the file super straight to the nail. And that you aren't, basically that you aren't like bending it or anything like that. And always make sure that you're filing the tip of the nail to make it as sharp as you want it to be. And yeah, so like I said, these nails were thicker, so it was kind of hard to shape these. If you do thin nails, you probably know that they're way easier to shape. I don't know why that is, it's funny, but it's probably because they're more rounded from the top. But what I'm doing here is I took a custom mixture of pink. Right here I was a little out of frame, I'm so sorry about that. I think I fix it in a second. But I do go in with a mixture of pink. I used like 2 different pink gel polishes, but I'll link my favorite pink gel polishes down below just so that you guys can see what I did. And I'm just basically trying to freehand the French tip part. And if you need to clean it up or anything, I use a little dapping dish with some acetone in it, and I go ahead and clean it up with my little brush. I'll link this brush down below as well. I get it from AliExpress, and I'll also link some from Amazon. So I'm just going to link everything down below. And what I'm doing is I'm cleaning it up little by little. I was actually so sad because in this, like when I did this house call, I forgot my acetone, so I cleaned it up with alcohol. But I'm not going to tell you guys to do that because I don't like doing that. I 1000% recommend use acetone instead. So, because it'll like actually get all the gel off. So what I'm doing is, that's what I'm doing here. So before I stop talking and speed this part up, I did want to say really quickly, to do the glitter, like the sugar design, I guess you can say, like the glitter on top of this gel polish, you could totally just leave the gel polish like this, don't cure it, dump the glitter on top and let it dry with the glitter on it. But in my heart, I literally believe that that will not make the glitter last. I feel like this polish is way too thin for that. And even if you use the thick one, I feel like it just wouldn't be able to stick on that good. I don't know. I mean, if you tried it, it might have worked, but I was super scared about it not staying because these were going to be for her graduation and I didn't want them to get messed up. So I did it a different way. So I'm going to show you guys how I did it. It does require a little tiny bit more work, but it worked better, I think, than it would have worked if I just dumped the glitter straight into the gel. So I'm just going to keep cleaning it up right here, and then I'm going to speed this part up and I'll come back when I'm going to do the other part. Okay, you guys, so that pink color that I did was just a rough draft of, or not a rough draft, like a background color for the glitter so that the glitter isn't on a completely nude nail. So this like pink didn't have to be perfect. What I'm doing now is I'm taking my Diamond Gel Top Coat by Nail Supply Glamour. It's just a no wipe top coat. Diamond is just what it's called. I had someone tell me that they think that that Diamond Gel is for rhinestones because it's called Diamond Gel, but this is just the name of the top coat for Nail Supply Glamour. So I'm taking my Diamond Gel and I'm going to be top coating the whole nail because what I want, or the inspo picture that she showed me had the nude color shiny, but the glitter just like on the nail. So the glitter didn't have top coat on it. The glitter was just sugared on. I think that's what it's called, like where you just like have the glitter raw on top of the nail. And it wasn't encapsulated. It wasn't with like top coat on top. It was just like that. So what I had to do was top coat the entire nail first, make sure that I went ahead and top coated everything all together, and then I'm gonna go in and apply another layer of clear top coat only on the pink and kind of outline all of that, then dump the glitter on it, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm gonna be doing here. Okay, you guys, so what I'm doing once I have the glitter cured on that clear layer of top coat is I'm going to take my manicure brush clean with no acetone, no alcohol or anything, and I'm completely just scraping off all the excess as much as I can so that the glitter doesn't fall off on her when she's just like doing everyday tasks. So right here I was kind of showing a little bit better of what I'm doing. So I just put another layer of the top coat on top of the pink only, and then I'm going ahead and letting her cure it in the lamp. So when it comes out, the glitter is only going to be on the pink part because the whole nail is already top coated. So what I'm doing is I'm just basically, hold on, I don't know if I'm making sense. So I put a clear layer of top coat on the whole nail once I was done, cured it for 60 seconds, make sure it was all dry. Then I'm going in and I'm putting another layer of clear top coat only on the part that's pink. And I'm making sure to trace it really well so that it's not like messed up or anything. And then I'm dumping glitter directly on it when it's wet still, putting it into the lamp to dry, taking out my manicure brush, scrubbing it off, like scrubbing off all the excess, and then it's pretty much finished. So I hope that makes sense, and I'm not sure if I explained that very well. Okay, you guys, so, oh my gosh, they look so cute even from the side view. I'm obsessed. Anyways, I'm going in with my cuticle oil. Once you have the top coat and the glitter part dried off, you're literally done with the set. So I went ahead and just added a little bit of cuticle oil, rubbed it in with my fingers so that her nails are nice and moisturized. And then I am going to show you guys the finished product. They turned out so freaking cute. Oh, I was still scraping the glitter off of the other hand, but the left hand was already finished. So I'm so sorry. I got so out of frame here. Next time I film, like I think when I film her fill, I'm just gonna zoom out. But for some reason, I love zooming in because I feel like you can see everything, but that's probably incorrect. So right here, I had a little bit of glitter sticking out of the side, so I grabbed my file and just filed it off. But this is what they look like all finished. They're so freaking cute. I'm gonna insert more videos and pictures of what they look like all done so that you guys can see the final result, because right here the lighting was pretty dark for some reason, which is super weird. I always bring my own rings with me, and I have rings on hand to put on for the pictures. If you guys do nails, that's a really good tip. I get them from AliExpress. I'll link them down below. And I love them because they make your pictures so cute. As you can see, they're so freaking pretty. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. So yeah, you guys, I really hope you guys like this tutorial. I hope I explained everything well. I really love these. These are like one of my all-time favorite sets. The cuticle area looks so flush, so beautiful. And I'm going to be linking the cuticle bit that I use as well for smoothing out the cuticle area. It's the Pana one. I'll link it down below. But I hope you guys liked it. Don't forget to subscribe. I really, really appreciate it. And I have so many more tutorials coming for you guys. Have an amazing day. Bye.